What if there's no altcoin season coming for crypto? It's all just player versus player battles. Most of the coins are going to go to zero. There's not going to be some kumbaya season where everybody gets to, get massive profits every single day. What if there's really no altcoin season coming? Well, I want to dive into this idea because I've been hearing this more and more on social media and in the comment section and stuff. People are saying it's over. We're never going to have altcoin season again. It's just Bitcoin only, maybe a few meme coins. That's it. The market's changed forever. The dynamics are changed forever. BlackRock's here, blah, 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 blah. You know the story. You've probably heard it or thought some of it yourself. So I want to give you some of the cases against ever having an altcoin season ever again, and then the cases for that, and also a few key truths to keep in mind when you're looking at altcoins, okay? Okay, so first, let's start off with the cases against. People are going to say, look, with ETFs here, the game has changed fundamentally. The big money, they're not going to go and buy your low cap shitters and your meme coins and stuff like this. They're only coming in at the top, baby. They're going to buy Bitcoin. Maybe they'll buy some Ethereum. That hasn't been proven yet, but maybe they'll buy up some Ethereum. And that's it. That's it. Everything else going to freaking zero. Bitcoin maxis won the game. They were right all along. It was Bitcoin only. The truth is that when Bitcoin rallies at some point, whenever the heck that's going to be, Bitcoin, when we break past 72K, grind up to 100K, people are probably going to start paying attention to altcoins again. The narrative's true until it's not. Big money definitely is coming at the top because it's one of the only places they can enter in size. They can't buy most of the altcoins because they don't have the size available to them to do that. They don't have the products to do that. They don't have the ETFs. They're probably not going to get them for a long time. Now, next thing you're going to see is that, well, we're not going to have an altcoin season. There's too damn many altcoins. And right now you do have a disgusting amount of monthly token unlocks from all these low float, highly fully diluted value tokens, right? You know, the ones that got the current market cap of 100 million, but a fully diluted value of 3 billion, 20 billion, some crap like that. And so what happens? These new tokens come into the market and there's just not retail buyers there to buy this crap. There's no VC exit liquidity this time around. Everyone's got a lot smarter, right? I'm not sure. I think it's just that we don't have good retail participation in the markets yet. When the time comes, people will pay more attention to this kind of stuff, but it's pretty hard to argue the simple reality that during bearish periods in the market, you get more and more token unlocks and just basically billions of dollars of tokens hitting the market every single freaking month with very few buyers. It's not great. And it creates a bleeding effect on many of these altcoins, which of course then brings the conversation back around to what about the altcoins that have fully emitted coins? There's no new coins that hit the market. The VCs are all out. The emissions are all out. That becomes interesting as a counter to that narrative, right? You'll also hear this, that meme coins have sucked out all the liquidity. No one's going to be interested in technical altcoins anyway. They're too hard to understand. The use cases are too uncertain. So retail did come this cycle. They've been here. They've been here all year. Of course, we're retail, obviously, but retail investors en masse came in. And what did they buy? They went to Pump.Fun and they bought meme coins. They all got their asses handed to them. Meme coins, to an extent, have sucked out some of the liquidity because people are chasing that dream of getting rich overnight, but it hasn't sucked out all the liquidity by any means. And if anything, it's going to add more liquidity in, because meme coins, I've always looked at them as like this. They are like a gateway drug into crypto. You come in, you buy some meme coins, buy some dog coins on Solana, you get rug pulled with your 20 bucks or whatever that you bought. But guess what? Now you've come in. Now you have a phantom wallet. Now you know how to use the Solana blockchain. Maybe you swapped on Jupiter for something else because you heard about, I don't know, Jito is going to be interesting, or you staked your Solana or whatever it might be. Now you've done something else. You know that there's more to the game than just meme coins. Whether you like to admit it or not, meme coins are onboarding millions of users every year. Not everybody stays, but I'd say the most people do. So net positive, in my opinion. I know they have not sucked all the liquidity out of the market, although they have had a big liquidity impact. Next, you're going to face the simple reality of where we are in the cycle right now. Retail interest, as according to Google Trends searches, basically at zero, bear market lows. Your average retail investor is either crushed by inflation and all the other macro BS going on, or They're just not interested, man. They bought Nvidia, they bought Tesla. They're not coming to buy your dog coins. And to an extent, that will be true. And this has always been true of the altcoin markets, is that the vast majority of these assets are basically uninvestable, especially considering the opinions of mainstream investors the majority of the time, right? But when Bitcoin goes up to 72K and makes the big breakout, and we grind up to 100K or over 100K for Bitcoin, that's it. That's like turning on the lamp and all the moths start to come into the flame. Most investors will come back only at the worst possible time. And then Google Trends will go up. Everybody will be searching for crypto online again. You'll see views on these videos go up to 100,000 per video or whatever. And that'll be the signal that, hey, it's probably time to start considering your selling plan. Now let's do a few key truths real quick, because I think it's important to keep a few things in mind, okay? One, not all the altcoins are going to make it. There will be an altcoin season. I am fully on board with that. But most altcoins burn out within a few months for a variety of reasons. Some are just rug pulls. Some are always just going to be scams. Sometimes the teams, they just take all the money and blow it on cars and first-class flights and Coke and stuff. And that happens more often than you probably realize. There's a lot of BS out there, okay? And most of these altcoins are simply not going to make it. Most of your dino coins you've been holding since last cycle, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. I'm sorry, but they're not. Probably not even going to make new highs this cycle. Not all of them. Some are going to, obviously some coins do really, really well. Solana was a last cycle coin, has massively succeeded. Others like Avalanche have great potential to succeed this cycle. But there are some other coins, no one's talking about that shit anymore. No one cares anymore. You're still holding on, hoping that at some point, there'll be this retail mania and someone's going to be able to buy your bag and you're going to make some money off it or get out, break even finally after all these years. Harsh truth is it may not happen for you. Okay. A lot of these coins are just going to keep trending to zero. Be wise. Key truth number 2, a lot of altcoins have actually had some pretty insane gains over the last 18 months. So it's all about perspective. I know the last 6 months have basically seen most altcoins bleeding out. There's been a few meme coins that have come and gone in that time and have had huge gains for early investors, obviously. But most altcoins have had a pretty rough 6 months. But if you look at the last 18 months, there's been so much opportunity to make money in this market. If you've been dialed in, if you've been locked in, if you've been paying attention. But because it's not this broad altcoin season, it's been much more limited, much more player versus player than it ever has been probably before in these markets. Key truth number 3, too, is the whole fully diluted value thing. Look, the fully diluted value conversation, there's 2 ways to look at it. One, it's very true in bearish periods in the market. Way too many tokens coming out, not enough buyers, but it also turns into something of a meme when the markets are pumping. Nobody cares at that point. Oh, there's going to be a big unlock in 6 months. Who cares, man? Let's see what the price does next week, next month. Holy crap, this thing's pumping, baby. Let's go. That's true. Those 2 things can be true at the same time. Now, before we get into the cases for another altcoin, I know I've already counted some of the arguments here, but real quick, if you're not signed up to the newsletter yet, get signed up to the newsletter. Best damn newsletter in the cryptocurrency business. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. 140,000 people a week reading this bad boy. You can get on board that train for free. Start getting all the latest insights on meme coins, altcoins, charts, technical analysis, and more straight to your inbox. Check it out. Link in the description of the pinned comment over on X. So, cases for human greed. Has human greed disappeared since the last big altcoin season? No. The fact I'm talking about even there never being an altcoin season again, it probably means we're getting closer to an actual bottom, just sentiment-wise from what I'm seeing online. And once again, Bitcoin finally rallies, cracks much higher, leads liquidity up. Then human greed comes back. And guess what? People don't want to buy $100,000 Bitcoin. They want to buy a 1-cent dog coin. It's just human nature, human greed, human mentality. It's how we think and approach markets. When the crypto casino's in full swing, it is one of the best casinos in town, and people know that. There's also a simple reality of capital rotation. If you really believe that Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000 or $200,000 or $250,000 or whatever your belief might be this cycle, guess what? The whales, when they see the price of Bitcoin at $200,000, guess what? They sell their Bitcoin. And what do? They rotate their capital. They go, well, hey, you know what? Solana's still got a 2 or 3x left in it. Let's rotate our money down to Solana. And then all the Solana whales go, holy shit, the Bitcoin whales are buying our Solana. And they can then sell it and buy Jupiter or Jito or whatever, and so on and so forth, until you run the cycle through. There's no capital left to rotate, and everyone's taking their profits, and most people are left holding the bags. That's how the game's played. Look, and there will be a mania phase. The mania phase actually is pretty short. You know, the bull run phase that a lot of people think about is really just the top of the bull market. The bull market has in effect been grinding since really probably November 2022. And okay, maybe the first 2 months didn't really feel like any kind of bullish market scenario. But from January, February 2023, I mean, come on, that's when Pepe launched. There was all kinds of AI coins popping off. Like, a lot of things have happened since then. And I know that the vast majority of time, the vast majority of the altcoins are basically uninvestable. But when that minority time comes, you'll see everything pump, regardless of fundamentals, regardless of sanity. And some things will pump more than others. Some things will have much better narratives. Your dino coins, again, probably not going to have the strongest narratives for new buyers coming in. But the hot meme coins at the time, the hot networks of the time, those will probably outperform. Now, a lot of people are going to say, look, this time is just different. This time is just different. All that stuff. Yeah, you're making good points, Lark, but this time is just different, man. It's not like it was before. It's not like 2017. It's not like 2021. Okay, the game's changed. All these altcoins are absolute garbage. There's never going to be a big season of greed and mania again. This time is different. The 4 most dangerous words in the history of investing, according to legendary investor John Templeton. This time is never different, though it's always different. We see rhymes and emotional patterns in investing. Figure them out. So my plan personally, by the way, keep taking money, put it into high conviction bets, take profits on pumps. The game is always lose it all or make generational wealth. Good luck. Remember to take profits or you will see the market take them for you one way or another. The market's pretty efficient at that, okay? So I know that people have been pretty pessimistic on altcoins recently, and for good reason. They've been absolutely wrecked, some of them. Oh, I see some of my coins back at like my entry points from 4 years ago. Geez Louise. But the time will come and the altcoin market will have its day. That day is just not today, but that day could be sooner than a lot of people think. Thanks for watching.